How's it going, everybody? This is Vanguard Badlands back at it again with another Vanguard Zero. And we're going to be doing another deck profile slash card fight. And we're going to be doing my favorite deck that I've been working on since the beginning of the game. I knew what I wanted to build. And this is the deck I wanted to main. And it is Kagero. And let's go check it out. Here is the deck. Pretty much complete right here. Here it is. It's not complete, but it is at a point to where I'm satisfied with the deck. So right now for our starter, we run Kagero. Great starter. Pretty much a grade 1 searcher. You can search for anything that you need going the matchups you're going up against. So you can grab a PG or any other grade 1s, especially Airmo. But yeah, great starter. For grade 1s, we run 4 PGs. Pretty good. Glad I pulled the SP. And we run 2 Gojo. His effect is rest, discard a card from your hand, and then draw. So this is good, especially when you go up against Kagero. And if your opponent goes first and you don't want to attack and you write this, you can use his effect and, you know, ditch a card that you don't want in your hand and actually draw into something that's a lot better than you discarded. And it's real good because it doesn't force you to attack, which is nice. And then for grade 1s, for the rest of grade 1s, we run 4 bar. This is great, especially with the 10k grade 2 that we run. Makes magic numbers, especially behind our DN, if we did cross right successfully. So this is going to be 21 or an 18, especially against cross rights. This hits from magic numbers. And then for our other grade 1s, we run Grape Shot Wyvern. This is a great card just to hit specific numbers that you're looking for when your opponent takes damage. You're like, I need a little more power to my rear guards. So his effect is real good. It gives +2 to anywhere, especially for my Tejas, since he's an AK. This helps give Tejas on my rear guard circle, if he's unboosted, +2, so he can be +10. And if I put Tejas behind another rear guard, that's also not 10. Like behind Berserk or Bellicosity, it hits for at least 15 or at 15 against rear guards that are 10k. So should be okay with running this if you need to hit their rear guards, if they have 10k rear guards that you need to get over. For the other grade 1, the most important one, Flame of Hope Airmo. This card is a great card. This helps me so much. It helped me in so many games, and it clutched me a lot of wins. And his effect is when this unit attack, when it boosted hits, you may discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw. So it's real good, especially when you want to discard a card from your hand and hopefully to draw into a PG or another copy of the end, or any card that's going to help you for the later game. Great card, amazing card. I'm thinking of running 2 and dropping the Gojo, but as of right now, it is working pretty good. For grade 2s, we run 2 Berserk Dragons. I crafted up my second one because I only had one, and I was kind of struggling with only running one. And after crafting 2, I started winning even more games than I should have, because Berserk Dragon actually helps open up more plays and helps me bust through my opponent's rear guards. Just pop off one and then kill the second rear guard with an attack, and then have 2 attacks for his Vanguard. So this helps a lot, and I'm glad I crafted my second one. And right now I'm currently farming for the third one. Very close. I think I'm only maybe, I still have to farm for the rare gems. because I already have enough for the double rare gems. And now I just need 200 rare gems to craft my third one. So for right now, we do run 2. His effect is pretty much like Blaster Blade. Counter Blast 2, retire your opponent's grade 2 or less. So this is a little different than Blaster Blade, but pretty much the same concept. This just helps retire grade 2s and 1s and grade 0s. And then for the rest of the grade 2s, or for the other grade 2s, we run Dragonic Nahalem. He's our 10k base body. Nothing to explain right there. And then we run 4 Wyvern Strike Tejas. I always ran this at 4, especially before it's at 4. This card is just amazing, especially during mirror matchups. I want to see this in hand, and just in case if my opponent has grade 0s that get called to rear, that I need snipe or snipe their boosters, this is the card that I use. But this is real important during the MOB and the mirror matchup for Kagero. It's a real great card. It pretty much attacks the back row. And then for our other grade 2 Velocity Dragon, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, I get to countercharge 1. This helps me a lot too. This literally saves me games. I had a game where once I only had 1 face up counter blast. I attacked with Velocity, got 2, attacked with the end, and then once I unflipped that second damage, I hit a draw trigger and I drew into my second piece of the end, and then I used this effect for the Persona Blast, and that's how I won the game. So this card is amazing. Running 3 is good for right now. I might run 4, but 3 is, I always see this card in hand regardless of only running 3. So right now it's good at 3. And for my grade 3s, we run 4 Dragonic Overlords. His effect is Vanguard, Rearguard, which is amazing. Counter Blast 3, this unit gets +5 and -2 drive checks. And when this unit attack hits a rearguard, stand it. So pretty much if your opponent has 2 rearguards that can intercept your attacks, you can use this effect depending on the situation, and then attack rear, and then save your last attack for his Vanguard. So this card is amazing. And then during the second season, I really went hard for 3 copies of Dragonic Overlord. I had to get at least 3. I only had 1. I did have enough medals to exchange one for another Dragonic Overlord, but knowing that the season had rewards for Dragonic Overlord, I just went on that and just worked up my way to Legend 30. That was the hardest season because I'm pretty sure everyone focused real hard to get at least 3 to 4 copies of Dragonic Overlord. And then for the grade 1s, we run 1 copy of Seal Dragon Blockade. The only reason I run 1 is because I only have 3 copies of Dual Axe Dragon. So for right now, we run Blockade, and his effect is pretty much great card effect, because it ignores his grade 2s, and then you can just smack against face. I've never came across the situation where I actually had to ride this, because there is no real situation in doing it, but just having it just in case for that reason is pretty good. Like maybe if my opponent ran Grand Blue and just get spamming grade 2s with his Night Mist, this card is where it comes in handy. But for right now, I have not used this card at all, besides healing myself. And for the other heal triggers, we run 3 Dual Axe Dragon. His effect is during your turn, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, this unit gets +3. So he's in the 13k attacker. Great against the mirror matchup against the Ed, especially if your opponent cross rides and hits that 13. Dual Axe Dragon is an amazing card just to hit, especially unboosted. So we run 3 of those. And 1 Dragonic Waterfall. Great card. I do ride this. I actually come across situations where I actually had to ride this because this is the only grade 3 that was in my hand during the time when I had to ride to grade 3. So it's pretty good, and especially when he attacks by himself. So he attacks for 14, so I don't have to worry about Dragonic Overlord being 13. This card hits Dragonic Overlord at the end by itself, so I don't have to worry about putting a booster just to hit some numbers. And his effect is, yeah, gets plus 3k when this unit attack of Vanguard, so your opponent's Vanguard. And then his other effect is, when this unit attacks, discard a grade 3 to get plus 10 until the end of the battle. This effect does not activate. The power levels are equal to the opponent's. So yeah, it's a great card, great card. I would run 2, but if I did, I'd probably have to take out Blockade, but he's my heal trigger, so that's why I run 1 copy of each. And then for the game-winning card, the card that makes the deck more complete and makes the deck shine. For Dragonic Overlord, the ends. Crossride. If Dragonic Overlord is in your soul, this unit gets plus 2. Even though it doesn't say it, but that's how much. That's pretty much what it is, which is weird. I don't know why it doesn't say it gets plus 2, but hey, who cares? So his Vanguard skill is when this unit attack hits, Counter Blast 2 and Persona Blast to stand it and draw 2 cards. Amazing card, especially if your opponent has 2 Rearguard Interceptors and you don't have enough Counter Blast for Dragonic Overlord. You pretty much can use the end skill to snipe his Rearguard, then attack his Vanguard. Or attack his Rearguard. If your opponent has another intercept, your other Rearguard column can attack that. And then you have 2 more attacks to hit your opponent's Vanguard. So pretty good. Especially, like I said, if you don't have Dragonic Overlord, 3 Counter Blast. Or you just want to use it for the end. So it's pretty good situation. So running 4, great card. And for the trigger lineup, we do run 9 dual triggers and then 4 heal triggers. Pretty good deck. I've been having fun. I've been going undefeated for at least 16 games. But enough talking. Let's get into a match. I believe. Hold on. Yeah, I think I can change this. So we're gonna go into a rank fight. That's nice. Luckily, White Day is real close, so now we can have a fighter skin for Kai in a tuxedo, and for unit sleeves as well. And there it is. We're gonna add that. And is that it? Yes. Now, let's get into a matchup and test this deck. See, 16 wins. Pretty good. I've been winning a lot of matchups. I have obviously ran into VP farmers, but not as much. This season, I feel like is going to be a lot more competitive, especially for the prize card for the season rewards. It is Perfect Razor. And Perfect Razor is all around a great card. I just need 1 more, so I just need to get to at least Legend 10 to get my last copy, my 4th copy, and then pretty much I could just relax on the season. I don't need to focus on that hard on. So for the grade for our hands is okay. We could put this back. Pretty much that's all we can do for right now because I do want that cross right. I want that 13. And we got Velocity. I think we're going second. Yeah, so we have a chance to drawing into a grade 1. Let's see if this is a VP farmer or not. Alright. No, he's not a VP farmer. Luckily, he wrote a PG, so I'm more comfortable in writing that. Because looks like I'm also going to be doing the same thing. And against Shadow Paladins, I wouldn't want to rush him, especially if I had another grade 1. Because I don't want to give him the new 2 combos. when he rides over a blaster blade. And he wastes a heal trigger. That's good. I'm kind of happy because of that, because he drew into our heal trigger. So it puts myself at ease. Pretty much we're almost the same. We both broke PGs. We both had one heal trigger wasted. So he's not gonna call any rear guards, which is good. So it looks like we're about to have one PG left in the deck, especially when I search it for with Conrail. Alright, for grade 2, what are we gonna ride? Luckily, he didn't get the ride chain off, so I don't have to be worrying about putting my grade 1 behind my Vanguard. So now I get to ride Velocity, with Conrail, add PG. Do I need to worry about PGs right now? Yeah. Actually, it might be difficult to choose. I want to go with air mode, but right now we're not in a situation. Hold on. Let's see. We could ditch Dual Axe, but let's see how that goes. Air mode does save game. Gonna ride. Call. And battle. And we are gonna ditch the Dual Axe. Because we have a second copy of Dragonic Overlord, we can have that on the rear guard instead of Dual Axe. Because if I don't get the end, another second copy of the end, I can rely on Dragonic Overlord for his effect by counterblasting 3. Now I want 2 copies in hand, for one to ride and one to close the rear guard, and then re-ride with the end to get the crossfire. So he chose to re-ride. Okay. So pretty much I'm kind of saved for a turn because he did not ride a grade 3, or he might not have another grade 3, or he might have, yeah, probably didn't even have a grade 3. So we'll see. It's my opponent's turn again. So that's the second PG that we see. Okay. So we did get Gojo. That's pretty good. And we don't want that to happen. Now we get to ride Dragonic Overlord. Let's go. Amazing, amazing. So how are we gonna do this? We don't want to use the counterblast yet, so we are gonna call. So I want to do this. We'll go right there, and then enter battle. At least we have a grade 2 to intercept. Now we're just gonna smack his face. Let's go. And there's our end. Hopefully we get to draw into one. Alright, we only have one chance, which is okay. But now, since we have a Gojo, we can ditch the blockade to draw into something hopefully good. But for next turn, let's see how we're gonna do this. We are gonna ride the end, and then call. Depends what he has on board. Oh, Dragonic Overlord. Oh, Gojo behind Overlord, because our Overlord's gonna get the +5. Maybe not. Looks like I don't have to worry about that. So he's gonna use that skill to draw 2. Wait, did he just draw into the grade 3? Oh, he probably had this in hand. Gotta pay attention more. I don't know if he did top stack it or what. So he has to draw trigger. So since my opponent did not call a full board, I don't have to call the Dragonic Overlord to Vanguard circle just yet. So that is our third heal trigger. I would be afraid, but I'm not too much concerned. Each time this team gets +2 for each rear guard. We're gonna ride. Go, the end. Oh, I love how Kai's speech goes. The end. Alright. So how are we gonna do this? I know I want to call grade 2s. I don't have to worry about... I could call this 15, so 19. Alright, I know what to do. Use the effect. Ditch. Might have to ditch this. Nah, we'll ditch the blockade. And we got a battle costing, so that's good. That's what I was looking for, mostly. But now I get to call this. Call my berserk. Like that. And now battle costing can actually hit and unflip a counter blast. And call that. So we hit for 21 just in case it gets a trigger. And if we do draw at the end, battle costing just helped us unlock another counter blast. So we have 2 available. And now hit for 21. Heal trigger. That is our 4th one. And now he's at 5 damage. And turn end because our berserk cannot hit. Now let's see what our opponent does to redeem himself. He pretty much has. Oh no, he can. He can win this. If he can kill both my rear guards and ride a card that can give him a plus crit, would help him dramatically. Alright, never mind. So that's not what's gonna go down. All he needed was to ride at least this or the other grade 3. Smash that. Oh no, use the effect. Draw 2. Does he run crits? Let's see if he's revealed any. No, he has not. Okay, so we're good on that. Full blast 3 to get. Oh, okay. I did not know that was his effect. So what is he gonna do? Alright. Luckily, he does not run any crits. But I could be wrong. Never mind. He wouldn't do that. If he did run crits, he would have his regular attack. My regular. So he's gonna pretty much do the same thing I did. To unflip start from into the end zone. And have at least 2 counter blasts to work with. And we hit a draw trigger. Ooh. I really wanted to see it the end. Sadly, we did not get off the end, but it's okay since you get to see what a 13k base really does. And we draw PG. Luckily, thank goodness. The right skip. And now we get to work with... How do we want to do this? Let's see. Heal. Ditch. Grade 2. Alright. Activate. And now we get to snipe off his trigger. So, like I said, this is Dragonic Overlord is still an amazing card, especially when you can't get the end off. like in the situation I was in. Now you get to smack face. Rear guard. Alright, now we're gonna kill the second one. Then goes for course, third one. Yep, we're gonna attack his Vanguard. Oh, looks like it's gonna hit. He did not have PG. Is he gonna heal? No, he does not. Alright. So that was our first win. And usually we do go for at least 2 battles. We're gonna send friend request. Who's doing an amazing job. And I want to get at least 50 friends because I do want a free pack. That is the reason I am sending friend requests most of the time. Sometimes I just forget. Alright, now for our second match. Hopefully the second match is not a VP farmer, but it looks like we're... Alright. So it looks like this is going to be a VP farmer. Maybe. I don't know. Usually when people say they're VP farming, I don't really take them seriously because I have came across most, well not most, but some VP farmers that are actually not VP farming. So we're gonna put back Berserk. Yeah? Yeah, let's do that. Stand up. Good. Because I did not want to ride our grade 1. So he is VP farming, especially when this card is shown. Kagero player wouldn't run this as a starter, so this guy is actually VP farming. But usually I always take it cautiously. I don't like to rush my opponent. But I was going first, so I didn't even have to call my other grade 1. Hopefully this goes by fast. Sadly, this guy was a VP farmer. But it's okay. It is okay. Because now we just get to end this and go into another game. Oh, I thought there was going to be an animation effect. So since this is going to be a VP farmer settings, we're going to turn all these off to speed up the process. There we go. And release Pride Rush. So 16 can hit the trigger. So 14, no 13, 15. Let's just go right here. Go right there, and then call grade 2. Hopefully he doesn't hit any triggers. Alright, cool. Now let's see if I hit a trigger. Nope. I'm hoping he doesn't hit any triggers so we can end this even faster. Good, 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 good. So if he did hit a trigger, I was not going to be able to hit my last column. That was attacking. I was thinking, this is another great card. This is a card I was thinking about running. I did run it at 2, but every situation I'd only have him in my hand. So I'd always ride it, which really cost me a lot of games. This card is, I would say, is an amazing card against MLB, especially if you don't want to give them a counter blast for their Wingo. But the way I was using it did not really help. So now I hope to hit triggers. Just not able to attack when I ride him on my Vanguard circle really sets that card back. Especially if I don't have any other cards to call up to my rear guard to attack his rear guards that are on the field. Ah, he hit 2 triggers. Okay. So it looks like we're not hitting. I would guess this guy has a complete deck as well. Right now he's just a VP farmer. Okay. Hopefully my opponent ends real fast. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, skip. Battle. And hopefully we get to go into another match. If not, hold on. Yeah, after this match, hopefully our next opponent is not a VP farmer. If he is, probably end the video and then restart and then clip another match that's a real match into the video. I'm gonna be doing some editing right there. Does he run heal triggers? No, he doesn't. Because you would see VP farmers running heal triggers. And we hit Legend 6. So that's pretty good. 4 more and we get my last copy, my 4th copy of the Perfect Razor. Alright, okay. And then let's retry. Send a friend request right there. Alright, let's see. Hopefully, this time we get a real matchup. And we get a perfect demonstration of the end skill. Oh, I have not faced. Oh, good luck, have fun. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I will have some fun. Alright, this guy looks promising. So for our grade 1s looks perfect, our grade 2 looks perfect as well. Going first, most likely, since I'm going first, he's gonna be using this effect. Especially against Kagero, you do not want this on field because your opponent might have a Tejas. And this card will probably get sniped. So, my opponent, what he would want to do is, yes, he's doing it right now. He's gonna boost. He's gonna have to boost if he doesn't want it to get sniped. And that's kind of, he kind of put himself in a bad situation right there. If it was me, I would boost because I do not want it to get sniped. Grade 2, alright. And yeah, I'm sorry guy. Sorry my guy. It has to go down. You're gonna have to snipe that. You should have boosted. Because drawing one against Kagero, a lot better than keeping it on board. Let's see if he does have a grade 2 Razor in his hand. If he doesn't, that kind of sets him back. No, it does not. The Nova Grappler is a great deck, but I do have problems with it because you have to commit a big board just to have at least 4 copies of Razors into the store. And right now he called 2 grade 1, so he's going to be losing boosters, which is going to be really bad for him later on in the game. If we can top deck Dragonic Overlord, it's really going to hurt him. But we do got damage check 1. Can we draw into 1? No, we do not. Which is fine. Did I have an Emerald previously in hand? I think I did. I should have called this a long time ago. But against, you know, Nova Grapplers and Perfect Razor, you really want PGs in hand. Because his Vanguard has a built-in crit, which is going to be really scary. And, ooh. Did I do it? No, let's go with this. We'll save Zerg Dragon for right now. Because if I do draw into another copy of the Ant, I do want those 2 counter blasts to be available to me. If I draw into 1. And since I have Airmo, that's gonna help a lot. And we can use Airmo skill to ditch Gojo. That's what we're gonna do. And have Velocity hit. If I use Berserk Dragon, I'll have at least 1 counter blast only available. There we go. And now the end will attack. Hopefully we get another copy here, draw into 1 with the draw trigger. No, that did not happen. But Air mode might help us out in that situation. Let's see what we're going to. No. Fine. It's all good. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna ride Perfect Razor. No, he does not. Okay, he did not have it in his hand. Oh, but he is calling a field. That's good. Oh, but he does want to draw one. He might have a Perfect Razor, but if he does, oh, that's gonna send him back a lot. That means he's gonna be at least 73 full soul. So he does have a Perfect Razor. I wonder how many copies though. Very unfortunate of him not drawing into one. But it is okay. So we have to draw at least the end or the Overlord. And we draw the end. Let's go. Alright. So right skip. Now we get to work with something. So we are going to call Berserk. Tonight. And we are going to call this behind Berserk. Because the end is going to attack his rear guard, so we don't have to waste a rear guard attack for his rear guard, and then we could just smack face to face. So battle. That's right. So if he hits, no, we are gonna get powers here. It's better, but again, to rear guard, because he's gonna stand regardless. So we don't need power. We get to draw 2. And we get another copy of the end if we did not use Berserk Dragon. But in that situation, we had to use it. But luckily, we get to use Emerald Skill, drop the blockade, and draw it into something better. This is why we gave the powers to here. And blockade goes bye-bye. Gone to Tejas, which is good for intercepting. Then hit for 27. Well, he's hitting a lot of jaw triggers, which is interesting. Let's see how this game turns out. This might help him a lot. Maybe not. Him hitting a lot of triggers is gonna be interesting, especially when he rode Ashura. Oh, we don't have any heal triggers, do we? No, we have at least one heal trigger left. But we have PG. Oh, we were not able to... I could ride into this. But since we have a chance to heal, we're not going to do that. So, how's this going to work out? We do have 2 PGs left. So obviously I'm going to have to call Tejas. And we do want this on rare. Actually, no, yeah, we do. We do want this on rare. Battle. Actually, blockade would have helped us a lot in that situation. This is the situation I was talking about. But, you know, who could have foresaw that? It's fine. It's all good. Yeah? Yeah. Actually? No, that's fine. Should have hit with the end on the rear guard so I can use Emerald Skill. It's all good. He has PG. It's all good. Because using Emerald Skill is a great effect, but in the situation I have draw into PGs when I use a skill. So this might help. Oh, that's right. He for sure might win him the battle. Plus he drew grade 3. by using Hero Fetch. PG. This might kill us. 1, 2. Oh no! He is gonna stand and then. That's right, Death Army stands. Oh! Okay. He could have killed me. Even worse if I have a heal trigger. No, I do not. And we lost. Our streak is over. We did draw into a lot of our heal triggers, so that is devastating. Oh no, we lost. But it's fine. It's all good. That was pretty much a fair fight. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the deck profile, and you got saw the end go off and situations where I was not able to use the end and had to use Dragonic Overlord. But I should have, on my previous turn, should have had my Vanguard while getting boosted by airmail attack as rear guard to draw into a card and hopefully had that last damage I was taking from my opponent. Could have been possibly a heal trigger, but unfortunately we don't have that courtesy to check what cards we have left on top of the deck to see what the results would have been if I went to that route. Alright guys, like always, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button, and also share this video if you want to show your friends a deck profile of how I built it, or give them some reference and see how the deck plays if they're thinking of considering building the deck and opening packs from this set, because I know a lot of people are not going to go into this set because they don't want to build anything from this and save it for later sets like Angels or Narukami or any other clans that are coming out like Golds. And if you're a new subscriber, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button. Other than that, this is Vanguard Badlands signing out. Peace.